The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Earnestly Speaking podcast. Let's get it. I'm a giant in New York, in Miami carry heat. So much more in store, my product can flood the street. Opinion Nation Godfather, CEO. Puff in the late 90s, gon' see me blow. Oh. Got my hustle on, no imitation of bad. Army of untouchables, Opinion Nation staff. Never an off season, homie, check the numbers. Heart throb in my own right, supplying southern comfort. Earnestly speaking, my ego is well fed. Earnestly speaking, you're too feeble and no threat. See, I'm like a hurricane, you're a mild breeze. Earnestly speaking, leaving Eli a dynasty. Shake!
First Week Podcast. It is once again the Week 11 edition of EJ versus Degenerate. And of course, we're joined here by America's favorite Degenerate, Zachary, with us. What's up, Zach? Happy Veterans Day, by the way.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, you won again this week. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what happens from going to all those wars and getting my ass beat by you.
Well, we got a lot to get to today in the show. Of course, our power rankings coming in just a second. Our best bets we do every week. FSU preview. Who did they play this week now? I forgot.
Doesn't matter. Our season's over.
Don't give a fuck. Here's the question. Again, do they make a bowl game? That's the question. And who knows about that? Do you want that?
I didn't care if we made a bowl game. I wanted to beat Dabo Sweeney, and it'd be the nail in the coffin in his career there at Clemson.
I like how you say his name, Dabu. It's Dabo. You go Dabu. Boo boo.
That's what it is, man.
Dabu.
It's Dabu.
Oh God. And we'll get to all that in just a second. But we're playing Virginia Tech. Who gives a fuck about that game? But before we get there, let's go to our power rankings we've been doing. Top 10, bottom 5. Zach, roll out your bottom 5. What you got?
Oh, bottom 5, worst team in all of football. They had the number 1 pick this past draft. They're probably going to have the number 1 pick this coming draft. Tennessee.
All right, 31.
31, it's Cleveland. Another team taking a whole new quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
At 30, it's going to be Vegas. A whole nother team taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
You see this little trajectory we got going?
Yeah. And a draft with no quarterbacks to take.
I don't know, man. That's what they said about this past year's. And guess what? Giants hit the lotto with their draft pick.
That's very true. That's true. 29?
At 29, I've got the Jets.
Really?
And then at number 28, I've got the Saints.
Wow.
Only because they screwed me on my money. You were supposed to get your ass beat by Carolina, and instead you beat Carolina.
Same Z's here. All right, not in terms of like that bet, not in terms of like the power rankings. Mine's a lot tweaked differently than yours. Now, I do have the same number 32, the Tennessee Titans, the worst team in football. You know, they didn't even play this weekend. They're still worst team in football. How about that? 31, though, but my boys, the Giants. When you consider the firing of Ryan Dayball, when you're considering Jackson Dart may play next week, things have gone off the rails now for this team. So, 30, the Saints, only because they won. So they moved up a little bit. 29, the Browns. They're going backwards now. And 28, the Raiders.
Okay, I don't know how you can say the Browns are going backwards, and yet you put them ahead of the Saints as far as true power rankings.
Yeah, but Saints won their game this week also, too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the Saints should be...
Yeah, Saints still pretty bad, though.
Saints might have a quarterback. They might have a franchise quarterback. They're going to find out.
Wait, are you buying on Tyler's show? What show everything is?
No, what I'm saying is those first 4 teams, Tennessee, Cleveland, Vegas, Jets, they don't have a quarterback. You get to the Jets, you get to the Saints, they might have a quarterback. Then you look at your team at 27, the Giants, they have a quarterback of the future.
Thank God we do. Well, I mean, if you stay healthy, of course. I mean, fucking, he's been in protocol. He's been in protocol 4 times this year already.
That's the only position in football that matters going
agree.
forward.
Well, he's not getting to play this week. So
Good. He's still probably played more games than Jaden Daniels has. So what's your point?
Let me ask you a question. Do you agree with the Giants firing Daboll?
Yes. And I said it to you as precisely as I could. If you're going to run your quarterback intentionally, not to mention all of his scrambles as often as you did, I think they said they had 27 designed run plays for your quarterback already. You're not trying to preserve your quarterback. You're trying to get your quarterback hurt.
Yeah.
You can't win without your quarterback on the field.
That's bad coaching in general.
Exactly. It's like when we call a design run for a guy who just came back from a hamstring injury.
Yeah. Like Dan Quinn. Interesting. So, all right, let's get number 10. 10, what you got?
At number 10, I have Kansas City. Talk about a massive letdown this past week. So
yeah. Well, they didn't play this weekend, but
or the week before. Their last loss.
Look at Buffalo, right? That loss looks bad now because how bad Buffalo looked against Miami this week. You know
exactly.
So, number 10, I'm going to shock you guys probably. Maybe we'll see. Baltimore.
Oh yeah, they don't belong there. I'm sorry.
I'm playing the long game here, but on the Baltimore Ravens here.
Really, the long game where they look like shit this past weekend.
It's okay. They won their game. Okay, the 6-game stretch. That's about now. They're 4-0 in the stretch now. Oh, 3-0 in the stretch. They just went through the hardest game of the stretch. It's Minnesota. So they didn't lose in December.
Going against a quarterback making his 4th start of his career is the hardest game.
Okay, again, that's that same quarterback that just beat Detroit last week on the road. Don't give me that. No, you don't get the passes on that one. No, hell no.
We both expected him to have a shit game. We literally went over it in our pick. So.
I'm playing the long game here. Baltimore may not lose another game until week 16. They're 4-5 right now. I see their schedule, and they may have a 9-5 before they possibly lose the next game against New England. That's even if
they'll get smoked by New England.
Maybe. We'll see. But they're getting better. The defense playing much better football now. Lamar is back. The boys are back, man. I was going to say, the boys are back. All right, number 9, what you got?
At number 9, I've got Tampa Bay.
Okay.
They literally dropped on my list, but I had to put other teams ahead of them this week.
Tough loss for those boys. Number 9 for me is Green Bay. This was tough too because I had them at 8 initially. And I was like, you know what? I'm just not. I don't believe in this team. And they're banged up. They're so hot and cold week to week. And look, not to say Philly was a bad loss because obviously Philly is a champs, but they had chances to win that game and they did not take advantage of that. That was a fucking no score game most of the way. They was 3-0 in the middle of the 4th quarter. At Lambeau.
You don't deserve to be in the top 10 after that game. You play that bad after losing to Carolina, I'm sorry, you don't even get to be in the top 10.
That's a good point. And after the Carolina losing to fucking New Orleans, too, on top of that. So, all right. Number 8.
At number 8, I have a team that barely moved up on my list from last week. Denver Broncos. I believe they just can't lose. No matter how bad they play, they just don't lose.
Bro, I'm going to piss off people off here. They're not my top 10. I understand 8-2. I just don't. This team is just.
I don't care how bad Bo Nix plays. They would still beat Baltimore. Baltimore would have no chance against the Denver Broncos defense.
I think you've been so burned by Baltimore the first couple weeks of the year that even though they won 3 in a row, you're still on the fence of this team. So
look at who they played. They played the worst defenses in football.
I get it. Number 8 for me is Tampa. Again, they're still banged up, and that game that past game, I thought they won that game off a bye, but tough loss there. But they're still a good team. I just wonder if what's their ceiling now? Is their ceiling now second round now as opposed to the conference championship or even the Super Bowl? I don't know. I feel like certain teams in the NFC have pulled away now from the pack, and Tampa's not one of them, unfortunately for them. So, all right, number 7, who you got?
At number 7, this team pulled out a squeaker, and because of that, they also moved up on my list. It's the Detroit Lions. You managed to beat a practice squad team from the DC area by 20 plus points. Congratulations.
That feels a little low, but I understand. They've been kind of like Jekyll and Hyde this year a little bit, so I understand that logic. Number 7 for me actually is going to be the Colts, another team that squeaked out a win in Europe, and a game that I said that before the week started that was a must win for the Colts. That was a must win because if they lose 2 in a row, the 7-3 going to bye week, playing the Chiefs after that. There's doubt seeping in now. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they won the game. Look, it wasn't pretty. Atlanta's kind of Jekyll and Hyde, but Atlanta's one of those teams that can beat you any given Sunday. And they won a game against a team that is capable of winning against anyone in this league. Same Falcons team to beat Buffalo a couple weeks ago. So I get Colts kudos here. They found a way to win in a not very pretty game. So, all right, number 6 you got.
At number 6, I've got Seattle, a team that is top 10 in offense, top 10 in defense. Just outstanding play on both sides.
That feels low, bro.
Wait till you see the top 5 teams.
I'm already scared to see it now because who's in there? But we'll put in a second.
I think every one of my top 5 teams could be Seattle.
I think at this point, I think anybody can be anybody on a given Sunday, though. That's the thing. That's what makes this season very special. Is the fact that this season is so wide open. It feels that way anyway. 6 for me. What the hell am I thinking of? 6 for me is the Patriots. Finally getting some love. So now they have their second Central win of the year, winning in Buffalo a month or so ago, and now you win in Tampa. That's a good win. And look, they got a soft schedule, and I'm slowly buying in. And by the way, for the record, all the talk about Shane Steichen, Coach of the Year, Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year. I think Mike Vrabel went up and passed them this week after this win. Mike Vrabel is doing something really special in New England right now. I give him credit. So, all right, number 5.
At number 5, I've got New England.
Okay.
Their quarterback is actually the number 1 betting favorite right now for MVP.
I saw that. It's crazy. I don't know if I believe that though. To be honest with you, I think it should be Jonathan Taylor or Matthew Stafford before him. But Drake May should be in the conversation. I agree. Should be in the conversation, but I don't think he should be the betting favorite.
New England money, man.
I get it. 5 for me though is Detroit. Again, this is a team that's still figuring things out a little bit, but they beat your boys the way you're supposed to. They probably should beat Minnesota the same way too last week, but that's near here.
Yeah, they probably should have. That's why they're not in the top 5.
And agreed, and I see why. There's some things there that concern me about Detroit moving forward, but we'll see. This game against Philadelphia coming up, we'll obviously review it in our best bets. We'll say a lot going forward, but for now, number 5 for me. 4, who you got?
At number 4, a team that wasn't even in my top 10 last week, the Chargers. It is about time to give them the love they deserve.
Wow!
All the big wins they've had, you've got to give them their respects.
Yeah, another team that probably should be my top 10, not there. Should be surprised you. I have an AFC West team number 4, not the Chargers though. It is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a disgrace. 5-4. You are just betting on the last few years.
I'm betting on the last few years. I'm betting on the future. I'm betting on trust. People say, "Well, give me a football reason." Well, I don't need a football reason. I need to know who I trust. That's it. Just live with it.
Yeah, they played like shit this year, but hey, man, you know what they did in 2018? They won.
Exactly. Exactly. EJ's rankings, not Zack's.
Yeah, I go by this season.
That's
this
boring.
season.
But that's boring, though. That's boring. You know? It's trust. I trust this team. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, and by the way, I don't know if you've seen, and we'll get to it in a second, but KC on the road is favored against Denver for a record. So Vegas agrees with me also, too. All right, number 3. Who you got?
At number 3, I've got a former quarterback from the New York Giants. I've got Indiana Jones with the actual MVP of the league,
That part.
Jonathan Taylor.
That part. I agree with you on there.
What's he got? 17 touchdowns now already?
Some shit. Every time I turn around, he's scoring and skipping.
He's got, I think it's 4 games now with 3 touchdowns already.
Every time I see him, he's skipping and scoring. So he's very, very active. 3 for me, though, is the Seahawks. I still question they're a Super Bowl contender, but the more I see every week, it's like they're winning the games against the teams you're supposed to beat down, like Arizona. They're winning when you're supposed to. Like, it was weird seeing them only a 6-point favorite against the Cardinals. Yeah, divisional optics. And then going there, smash them from the word go. That's something to me. That's a lot to be said there. So that big game against the Rams this week. Can't wait for that game. Because we got some really big games this week actually coming up. So, all right, 2.
At number 2, the LA Rams. If you just went by the last 5 games for this season, they should probably be number 1. But my God, Matthew Stafford looks like he could play another 5 years if he wanted.
25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions all year. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's got 20 touchdowns and his last 5.
Yeah, it's insane how good he is. I also have the Rams number 2. And there's an argument for number 1. But unfortunately, number 1, they lost to.
Exactly.
So they're Eagles number 1, right? Eagles number 3 too?
That's it. Eagles number 1.
And here's the thing. It's not pretty. But here's the thing. They're champs. And they're going to get everybody's best shot every week. So you got to bake that in. They're finding ways to win no matter what. And that's all that matters. That's what champions do. And I hate saying that, but God, it's so good. So anyway, Zachary, let's get to our best bets. We got 2 buys this week. Only 2. The Colts and the Saints. Who needs to buy more, in your opinion?
Oh, man, the Colts need it. Jonathan Taylor needs a rest. Let him heal up. He's taken a few bruises along the way the last 10 games.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And I think at the right time, you can recalibrate your 8. That's why this is why that win against Atlanta was huge. You can recalibrate now. You're 8-2, feeling good about things, though. Okay, you come back after the bye against KC, and now you make your ascent now to win the number 1 seed in the AFC. So that's a huge win for them. That's why I said the bye week. It was a must win for the Colts. So all right, here we go. Thursday night, Zach. You got Jets at Patriots. The Pats are 13-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, it's 43.5.
Give me the Pats. All right, they're going to smoke this team. I know it's a division game, and you're going to be like, oh, they always play each other. No. Right now, the way in which the Pats are playing, they're going to blow the Jets out of the water.
The thing is, though, the Jets make some good football, though. They won 2 in a row. Never mind. Taking the over this game, though. I agree with you on that, but I think the over this one's the best bet.
I don't know if the Jets will score, man. That run defense for the Pats, incredible.
Take over this one. All right. Commanders at Dolphins. Dolphins 3-point favorites over 47. Zach, you going to the game?
Nah. Actually, I'm pretty sure I got to work that night, so no chance of me going to that game. Last time I went to that game, I got fried sitting on the Washington sideline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. The way in which they do that stadium, you cannot be sitting on the visitor side.
We are in the cold front, though.
Huh?
We are in the
I don't care. If the sun is out blaring on you, you're going to get burnt, baby. But give me my team anyways. Dolphins are due for a letdown.
No, I'm gonna ride this train. That's a big win against the Bills this week. I'm gonna ride this train. They won 2 last 3. They're gonna save McDaniel's job here now by winning more games on the back end. So give me the Dolphins to win this game outright. Commanders are done, bro. They're cooked. They're done. They're so cooked. All right. Panthers at Falcons. The Falcons 3.5-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 42.5.
Oh, Christ. Give me the under in this game. I just feel like this is going to be a disappointing game all the way around.
I'm going to go opposite and take the over. Just, it's low enough. Let's give you some points. 24-21. Let's go. All right. This is a huge game here. Bucks at Bills. The Bills are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is 48.
Oh, give me the Bucks plus the points. Unless it's a massive snowstorm going up there, because I haven't checked the weather. I'm pretty sure Baker will be able to keep them close, and maybe pull something out at the end.
Are you not trusting the Bills here?
No. Did you hear their name called in my top 10? No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the over on this game. Actually, see a lot of scoring on this one. Actually, now you know what the weather is going to be like, but I'll take the over on this one. All right, we got Texans at Titans. The Texans are 7-point favorites. The over under, Zach, is 38.5.
Oh, how lucky can the Texans be? If they're going to have any chance of saving their season and continuing to make a push for the playoffs, perfect time to play the Titans. Give me the Texans.
Same here. Tennessee's they're just done. They're cooked. Even have a bye. I'm taking Houston. Stroud should be back for this game, right?
I hope. But man, hey, Mills didn't look too bad. He had a nice little run at the end of the game.
Well, I mean, it took the Jaguars shit on them, like really fucking shit on themselves last quarter anyway. That was terrible.
They had 2 freaking yards going into the last 30 seconds of that fourth quarter. It was so embarrassing.
Is it time to talk about Trevor Lawrence?
Sure. If I was a Jaguars owner, as soon as I don't have guaranteed money, I would be drafting a quarterback. If I could find a team gullible enough to trade for him, I would trade him right now to the Jets.
I will not go so far as say he's a flop. What I will say, though, is that he's definitely a disappointment. He's a average quarterback making elite money.
Yeah.
Okay, he's way overpaid for what production gives him. He has not matched the expectations that came into the league. Look, we were looking at him as a generational quarterback, remember?
Yeah, people did.
So he has not matched that. After that first, he had the one bad year with Urban Meyer. We'll scratch that one, of course. But then he had the first year. Yeah.
I don't even think that's fair to say, you had that one bad year with Urban. Dude, once you're on the field, you're the one throwing the football. You're the one reading the defense. At a certain point, you can't use the coach as your crutch.
I agree with you on that. Well, more on that later. All right. We got Bears at Vikings. The Vikings are 3-point favorites. The over-under is 48.
Oh, give me the Bears, man. Caleb is cooking right now.
So I did this on the podcast I did earlier today. I recorded. I did a segment. If you had to redraft the quarterbacks from last year, Drake May, Jane Daniels, and Caleb Williams, how would you do it? And honestly, I really don't know, because it's still a fluid discussion, because Jane Daniels has still reached the higher ceiling of the 3 so far, because he was a game away from the Super Bowl, and he had a phenomenal rookie year. But the injuries are an issue now going forward. Okay, Drake May is starting to pick up now this year. Caleb Williams, same thing. He came in with a lot of hype, number 1 pick, and then he was kind of done first year, and then he's starting to really pick it up now. So if you were to do a redraft right now of those 3 guys, how would you do it?
Same teams drafting in that order?
Whatever.
Washington going number 2?
No. Let's go in order. Like who are the better quarterbacks in that order, in your opinion, based on that? The teams doesn't matter.
It does for a team that drafted number 2 overall.
Fine.
Caleb 1, May 2, and Daniels 3.
Is it because of the injuries on Daniels more than anything else?
Yes, absolutely. Again, You cannot keep missing games because of lower body injuries. And as soon as you come back saying you're healthy, taking off running and going out again for weeks on end.
Yeah.
All right. There comes a point you got to stop running. Also, your first instinct is to run. It's not to throw. Maybe it's because Terry McLaurin hasn't been there for part of the season, and we don't have really a number two. I don't know. But if every time you drop back within 1 second your decision is to run, we got problems.
I knew there would be a regression to the mean. I didn't think it'd be this fucking bad. I'll say that. But we'll give him a chance to come back next year. Clean break. Hopefully everybody's healthy at that point. We'll see what happens there. All right. Packers at Giants. The Packers, 7-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, 43.5.
Oh, man. If the Packers can't cover this week, they are one and done in the playoffs if they even make it. Give me the Packers.
Same here. Especially given the fact that Dartman didn't play this week anyway. I mean, if they announce he's playing this week, that line drops a couple points, I think. But Packers, they need a get-right game. They just need a get-right game. Okay, we are to be taken seriously. Because after those first 2 weeks, they have fallen off the cliff, in my opinion.
And can we be real? Jackson Dart's on his way to looking like RG3. He's gonna be done within 1 year if he's gonna keep running and getting hit the way he's getting hit.
That's why Dave got fired. I think I was part of the reason he got fired. Honestly,
that's what I believe.
4 concussion protocols and what? And he hasn't played a full year. That's the worst part. So, you Packers here. All right. Bengals at Steelers. The Steelers are 5.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, 49. That first game was a fucking classic, remember? The Flacco against Rodgers. This is Flacco's Rodgers part 2 now.
Yeah. You know what? Shout out to Chris. I'm taking the Bengals, man.
Really?
Yeah.
This Steelers team is really mid.
If they lose twice to Cincinnati, man, Aaron, you should take a break for a couple of weeks. Let Rudolph come in just so you can feel a little fresher at the end of the season.
I see a world right now. If the Steelers make the playoffs this year, I think Tomlin's done. I see a world. It's funny. I mean, because what?
Is that because you're hoping he comes to the Giants?
That'd be right. I actually want Kevin Stefanski, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I made that clear on the pod earlier today. So I'm taking the over in this game though. Bobby's deep as a stink, so why not?
True.
All right. Chargers at Jaguars. Chargers 3-point favorites over under 44.
Chargers, man. I mean, come on. Jacksonville's gonna blow it. Even if they were in the game late, they're gonna blow it and Chargers will cover. So I'm not even concerned.
Duval. Nope. Taking the over this one. I don't trust Jaguars at all. I do not trust them. They what happened last week, I think is going to be the point. If and when miss the playoffs, that game last week is going to be the reason why. Honestly, the 10 point. That was a horrible loss. And the Chargers, they're still banged up, but they're finding ways to win games. That was a huge win against Pittsburgh at home. Very impressive. In fact, they probably should be in my top 10, but I want to see one more week before I start doing that. So give me the over this one though. All right, we got probably one of the games of the week here. Can't wait for this game. Seahawks at Rams. The Rams are 3-point favorites. The over/under is 48.5. I'm surprised it's not 3.5 or 4 points because the Rams, given how well they've been playing this year, that extra half point or extra point.
So I would want to go out on the limb and pick the Rams, but this is where I'll play it like I'm a little bit of a chicken shit, and I'll just take the over.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But I'm confident in the Rams. They're healthy. Puka's healthy. Stafford's dealing. Adams is playing phenomenal too. On top of that, the defense is woken up. Give me the Rams. Seattle has to prove it to me. I got to see it. if you're a Super Bowl contending team, you win this game.
Didn't you have them top 5, like number 4?
3, in fact.
And yet you're saying they got to prove it.
Well, against the Rams, because the top 2 teams in the league, or the top 2 teams in the NFC right now, are Eagles and Rams. So if you want me to take it seriously as a Super Bowl contender, you win this game. So give me the Rams though. All right, we got Niners at Cardinals. The Niners are 2.5-point favorites. The over/under is 48.5.
Yeah, I think all the magic and hype have washed off Brissett. Give me the Niners and are coming back after a terrible game.
I'll take an under in this one, actually. A lot of points here. Mac Jones still the quarterback. No word of Brock Purdy. Can we just say Brock Purdy's out for the year? Can we just go ahead and just assume he's out for the year? We're not going.
No, because he might come back week 15.
For what? He's been playing fucking like 13 weeks at that point.
He'll be fresh.
Okay.
I'll be like getting a quarterback off a bye, man.
I guess something to say about that. I'll take the under this one though. Give me under. All right, we got Ravens at Browns. The Ravens rather are 8-point favorites. The over/under is 40. Trap. Historically, it'd be a trap game, but
yeah, I'm gonna take the over in the game, hoping Baltimore shows up, or at least Lamar shows up.
The thing is, any other year, I would say take the Browns with the points, but because they are so bad on one side of the ball, I can see Baltimore's defense making plays on their own alone. And then Lamar is having a coast of a day. So I'm going to take Baltimore this one, actually. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I'll take Baltimore this one to cover. So, all right, another huge game. Chiefs at Broncos. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 44.
Oh, give me the under.
Same.
I mean, again, this is one of those where I would actually be willing to bet Broncos and the under, but if I got to pick one, I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'm with you too also. And if the Broncos have a chance to win this game, it better be under. That's their strength. Strength. So, all right, game of the week probably. Sunday Night Football, I think. Is it 2 games this week or is it only one? Monday.
Man, you know more than I do.
I got kids. Hold on.
I haven't even looked at these lines yet.
Oh my God, you're the worst. No, it's one game. It's still one.
These are all reactionary picks I give out.
Okay, these are okay. This is a Sunday night game actually. Lions at Eagles. The Eagles are 2.5-point favorites. The over/under 46.5. That is disrespectful to the Eagles. That half point going the other way.
Man, you know what? You only scored 10 freaking points against Green Bay. Are you kidding me? Give me the Lions.
Really?
Dave Campbell, I believe Dave Campbell's going to be, or Dan Campbell's going to be calling plays for the second time. So, yeah, give me the Lions.
Oh, I'm going to pick the Eagles in this one, actually, because of disrespect here alone. Although I got to say, the Lane Johnson injury could be a problem. Maybe.
Be a huge problem.
Yeah. I mean, they look good. I imagine he missed at least 1 week, if not more. So, but I was an Eagles anyway. And finally, Monday Night Football, we have the Cowboys at the Raiders. Cowboys 3-point favorites. Over/under, Zach, is 50. I know.
God. I mean, it's begging you to bet the over, but you don't know. Both these teams are just trash anyways. So
it's like the Cardinals game too against the Cowboys, begging for the over at 54, 55 points. Doesn't even come close to the over.
Screw it. I'll still be dumb enough to bet the over.
I'm taking Dallas. I'll trust Dak tonight on that night. But I mean, there'll be a lot of Cowboy fans in the game too. Also, so I feel like a home game. So, all right. Quick FSU minute and very quick because I don't at this point I'm done with this team. You lose to Clemson last week. Fuck you guys. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we're going against Virginia Tech. We should be able to beat them. Old Dominion can beat them. We should be able to beat them.
Vodtech is what? They are 3-5.
Again,
They should
they're
win.
trash.
We should win that game. But come on, bro. Bro, a long time ago. Once upon a time, FSU was 3-0. Once upon a time, not in 4-5.
Yeah. And with your logic with the past, once upon a time they played each other in a national title game. So hey.
Oh yeah, 1999. Fun times.
Yeah.
Chris Winky.
Chris Finke versus Michael Vick.
Yeah,
The youngest versus the oldest.
And Peter Warwick was the MVP, wasn't he? I thought.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, all right. So I got. I'm gonna take FSU to blow up. You know what? I don't give a shit for FSU to win. FSU to cover. What you got? Same.
Yeah, I gotta take FSU to win because if we lose, it's just an embarrassment. We're not gonna fire the fucking coach.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
So.
All right. Finally, one extra topic here. Nico Harrison fired by the Mavericks today. I had my reaction on the pod earlier. I want to. The floor is yours. What's your? Are you shocked happened this soon?
This soon, man. This is years in the making. First off, the moment they made the announcement that, actually, correction. The moment you went to ownership to say, "Hey, let's trade Luka," you should have been fired. Like right then and there, it told me the job was too big for you and you needed to go. But once you made that trade, you should have been fired. Really, you probably should have been fired when you let Jalen Brunson leave. All right, that you have been making horrible mistake after horrible mistake after horrible mistake. I think this is where like Republicans on the right would be like, this is what happens when you keep a DEI hire. Because this guy should not have had a job for well over a fucking year. Again, I will say it one more time. When you go up to ownership and you have a generational talent who's one of the 3 best players in the league, and you go, hey, I think our best chance at winning is to trade him, that's when he should have been fired. I think the president of that organization should also lose his job. Dude, your only ability is to run a casino in Vegas. You don't deserve to run an NBA franchise.
So the biggest error of all wasn't even trading Luka. The bigger error was what they got back for him. They got nothing back for him. They got AD and 1 first-round pick. Mikal Bridges got 5 first-round picks. That's why the whole collusion and conspiracy theories about this, because the Lakers and the NBA, I can buy it. I can buy it for that reason alone. Like I can understand the concern of not wanting to pay Luka because of concern about his weight and this and that and $300 million.
Oh, bullshit! That is all bullshit.
Yeah, but even so, you're going to trade him. Get something back for him. Put him on the open market. You know how many teams have fucking give up their fucking kidneys for this guy?
Yeah, you could have had Pablo Banchero and our next 5 fucking first-round draft picks because we gave 4 of them for Desmond Bane, who comes to Orlando and can't make a fucking 3.
Yeah, 20% from 3, by the way. Ooh, bad. Yeah. 1 first-round pick and Anthony Davis, who can't stay fucking healthy. Oh, by the way, where's AD right now?
Yeah. That's on. Yeah. On top of a guy, again, we're also forgetting he gave what, $160 million to Kyrie Irving after he had an injury and was going to miss a season. Like, dude, you have every possible chance you have had to make the right decision. You've made the absolute worst possible decision.
And yet, I still think ownership doesn't get enough blame for this.
That's what I just said.
There's no way in hell that ownership group is going to allow him to trade the best player without them okaying the fucking deal. No way in hell.
That is why I said Nico Harrison should have been fired as soon as he brought it. But the president of the organization, Dumont, whose only technical skill so far in his entire life was running a casino, should be out of a job as well.
I agree. I totally agree with you. Bullshit. So, anyway, good luck to picks this week, Zach. Hat trick time, 3 in a row for you, huh? Coming up? What do you think? You feeling confident?
No chance. No chance. I'm betting on you.
Streak ends this week. All right, Zach. Good job by you as always. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, man. Good luck.
Right.
Good night.
You got it, buddy. Later.
Later.